How has co-parenting been during this time? Because I have talked to a lot of people that are, kind of bouncing back and forth, and that's also been another struggle that they've been dealing with.
Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, so incredibly grateful, not only for my ex-husband, but for all of the work that we have put in to be able to have the kind of conversations we have to have. Meaning, we're essentially quarantining together in two houses, right? Meaning we're the only people that we see, and our kids go between two houses. And that's been working, but yeah, it impacts every decision about who I see. I have to think about my ex-husband, and I want to. And every person he sees, or potentially sees, he's thinking about me. So it's actually been a really beautiful opportunity for us to also see where we don't align. He's much stricter than I am. Like, he practically takes out a tape measure when my mom comes over. Like, 20 feet apart. I don't, and it's very sweet, but it's hard for kids because they're like, well, Dada says, our grandma has to be this far, but you're saying she could be this far. So it's like that level of conversation.
Right.
But at least we can all talk about it. We laugh about it. Super, super grateful for that.
What has been giving you the most anxiety throughout this entire thing? Is it, kind of talking to your kids about that and trying to get them to understand? Is it, like you said, not having the choices that you can just go out and do whatever you want?
Yeah, I mean, I think, honestly, not to make this super heavy and depressing, but I think what's the most alarming and anxiety provoking is the lack of distribution of resources in this country. And the Black Lives Matter movement and George Floyd, everything happening at once really introduced a level of anxiety about what people think is acceptable and what I cannot tolerate and what many people cannot tolerate in terms of the treatment of Black people in particular, but underserved populations are getting hit really, really hard. And so explaining that to my children, because I speak to my children, not like adults, not to make them feel the burden of the universe, but they need to know the world that they're living in, just like my parents taught me that. So it does bring up a lot of anxiety. And honestly, I'm more anxious, I think, than both of my children. So as a divorced mom, for half the week, I get to freak out. And then for half the week, I try to keep it together and say, Mama's freaking out, but I'm gonna try to keep it together.
I know that your sons have been teaching you a little bit during this time, a little TikTok, right?
Yes, I have a YouTube channel, and I've been very kind of careful and nervous about what to post right now, because I'm known for meaningful topical things, but also fun things.
Right.
So we hope that it wasn't in bad taste.
No, I loved it.
We posted this on YouTube. In my head, I look like a Janet Jackson backup dancer. And when you watch the video, it's I look like a mom in a Pokemon shirt trying to do TikTok dances, which is exactly what it was. So yes.
But you did good. You did well. Were they impressed?
I think I did great. And in my head, I was awesome.